Don't quit your job yet because you are training to become a medical virtual assistant. Hi everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel once again. My name is Judith. I'm a registered nurse and a medical virtual assistant. And in today's video, we'll be talking about things you need before you start applying for your job as a medical virtual assistant, okay? Some of them, you need it even while you are training to become a medical virtual assistant. And please pay a very close attention. I know that you are really excited about these new parts of medical virtual assisting and you can't wait to become a medical virtual assistant, okay? But while you are being excited and all of that, there are things you need to have before you become a medical virtual assistant. It's not just waking up in the morning and deciding to learn medical virtual assisting. There are things you must put in place before you even start applying for your first role as a medical virtual assistant, okay? And in this video, I want to use it as a checklist so that you can be able to know the things you need to have or put in place before you start applying for your first role as a medical virtual assistant. That is why I always advise people, please, while you have discovered this part of medical virtual assisting, don't quit your job yet, okay? Because you need your job while you are preparing to become a medical virtual assistant. Don't quit your job yet because you are training to become a medical virtual assistant, okay? So I want you to really pay a very good attention. The first thing that is very important you need to have is a working laptop. I think you even need a laptop right from when you start your training. You can't really train well if you don't have a laptop, and you can't really train with your phone, okay? I don't think that is even possible. If you have friends or siblings that you can borrow from for your training, that is good, okay? This is just me saying that you can't train properly without a laptop, okay? Because I always say you only learn by doing. So having a laptop is really important. Personally, I didn't have a laptop when I started becoming interested in the medical virtual assistant part, okay? I always borrow laptop from my sibling while learning all of this, okay? So it's okay to not have a laptop at the beginning, but then ensure that you have a system that you can use to learn well or learn better. Now, the second thing that is very important for you to have before you start applying for your role as a medical virtual assistant is a constant power supply, okay? Now, a power supply is really important because this is what enables you to work to deliver your job. Most times as a medical virtual assistant, you are committing 20 to 30 hours of work per week if you work part-time, but if you work full-time, it's usually more than that, okay? And you need power supply to constantly power your workstation or your laptop or your desktop for your work to be done, okay? This is not a job where you get to give excuse, I'm gonna complete it tomorrow or I'll complete it the next day. No, it doesn't work like that over here. So you need a constant power supply, or you need to be in a location where your power supply is stable at least, okay? So you see the reason why I said don't leave your job yet, because you need the payments from your job to be able to set up your career as a medical virtual assistant, okay? Now, another thing that is very important for you to have before you start applying for your role as a medical virtual assistant is a backup internet connection. So you need to understand that you can't always rely on your phone to give your laptop and internet access, okay? So you need to get a router or a broadband if you can afford it, okay? And also you need to remember that as a medical virtual assistant, you are not supposed to use a public Wi-Fi or a public internet connection for your work because it's not HIPAA compliant at all. So you have to make a provision for a router or a broadband for your work. Now, another thing that is really important for you as a medical virtual assistant is a headset. Now, this headset has to be a noise cancellation headset, okay? Now, you have to ensure that the headset you get will cancel the noise from, maybe noise from fans or people talking in your background. So a noise cancellation headset works well for remote jobs as a medical virtual assistant, okay? So that it can help to cancel the noise from your background, okay? Now, it's also important to know that even during your interviews, you are required to have your headset on, okay, for your interviews. This is how providers or recruiters know that you are professional and you are ready for the role. Okay, it's not enough to have the training and not be prepared and not show that there is something different about you. So you have to be prepared for this role. Show up for your interviews with your headset. I want you to know that all of these things I just mentioned are really important, because sometimes for some roles, okay, they require that you send them an image or a picture that you really have these things, and it's really important you prepare for them. So this is the reason why I said it's not enough to discover the medical virtual assistant parts. Okay, you also have to prepare, because most times getting your first role is really the difficult part. Okay, so you have to be prepared enough. Don't leave your job yet. Okay, please don't leave your job yet. You can continue working while you are building your career as a medical virtual assistant. You take it gradually, but then if you can afford it, you can get all of these things once, okay, and prepare for your remote role as a medical virtual assistant. If not, please try to get them gradually while you are working. Now, I want to tell you that all of these things I mentioned here today, they are non-negotiable. You need a headset for your role. You need an internet connection, a backup power supply. You need a laptop. So these are the 4 basic things you need to work as a medical virtual assistant for any clinic whatsoever. Okay, so I really want you to prepare for these things while you are planning to become a medical virtual assistant, because they are very important to ensure that you keep your job as a medical virtual assistant. Because honestly, I've had my own experience about not having all of these things when I started. Okay, so you need to really have all of them so that you wouldn't miss opportunities that come your way. Okay, if this video was helpful to you, please give me a thumbs up. If you have any questions, please drop it in the comment section below, as I would answer every single one of them. Thank you for watching, and see you in my next one. Bye.
Bring me into golden sunlight.